Now that you've heard that, you understand what I'm saying to you when I say that I don't understand him. He's out there to bomb, destroy all lives. What have the lions ever done to him?
I bet you be back in the fall. I bet you be when we meet again. I bet you be all day long. I bet you be when do you remember the time we fell in love? You remember the time when we first met? You remember the time? Oh, we fell in love. Do you remember the time? Do you remember?
Remember that time that I first held paint? What a bait, little toy, didn't run with my mates. So you fun with the stains on the trains with the crates of the paint that I lashed and come back in the state. That didn't make too much fuss till I got busted and phased me. I'm too young to get locked up. Drop dubs everywhere, didn't stop cuz wearing up balls and my stain pen topped up. Got up and the name got blatant. Great on my J's from Haynor to Leighton. Bait with the paint when I'm making a state. And the rules of my canvas displayed on the pavement. And I'm waiting for the day when that they waiting properly. Walking with my money, looking up to them heads like Fullman Zombie. Twisted Miller Steves and I cool stone. Do you remember
the time we fell in love? You remember the time when we first met? You remember the time? Oh, we fell in love. Do you remember the time? Do you remember?
Remember the day that I first met Favor, an old school mate, ain't seen since day, but didn't realize that was him with his name up. So we hooked up to go and hit a layup. Didn't say much, straight to graffiti. The CCTV didn't quite see me. It was easy till the BTV stepped on the scenery and wrecked it completely. But I'm easy, another block smacked up. Back to my paint, then it's straight to the back jump. It was fat, bruv, boy, couldn't catch us. Jumping the fence broke out like a rash, cuz I remember a 4-star general meeting my mates up there when I ran them all. Them were cool days in a way so hysterical. Never forget it's all blessed when I tell them all.
Remember the time we fell in love? You remember the time when we first met? You remember the time? Oh, we fell in love. Do you remember the time? Do you remember?
I remember being on a curfew. That's about the time that I went and hit my first tube. It got hurt to a mads and nads. And I remember sitting there with their stacks of caps, thinking I hope I got a fat for black. And that on the way back we ain't catching that. And I was always on the lash with the marker pens. In your hoodie or your bag or your cardigans. And we would laugh at them that ever bite or stole what they write. Don't try and act like you know. Always abide by the writer's code. So I'm reppin' MP on the night patrol. And it's inside my soul. Now that I met the prayers that letters help me get to my Mecca. And nowadays I hope all the youths do better. You were there one day yourself, remember?
Remember the time we fell in love? You remember the time when we first met? You remember the time? Oh, we fell in love. Do you remember the time? Do you remember?
Paint? What? That's the fucking art of the century, mate. The piece I just finished, I used 10 cans, and that's a lot of money, you know, because them cans are expensive if you pay for it. But you can see the effect now, though, because I'm getting crisp and I'm getting better, and I'm through with them cheap paints, them stupid bargain basement stuff. So I goes to where I get the paints now, down the Motorman, down Dalston. Yeah, you know where it is, man. Next to that barber shop where that guy got stabbed 57 times.